Today at the Senate Judiciary hearing, things got real, fast. Senator Kennedy looked big tech right in the eye and asked the question every parent's wondered: should kids under 16 be banned from social media? Kennedy didn't sugarcoat it. He said big tech is so powerful it's basically its own country. And that's a problem. The more influence they have, the less control parents have over what kids see online. Social media can connect us, sure, but it's also turned the internet into one giant middle school. Meaner, harsher, and 1,000 times more addictive.
Thank you, Senator. Many of the companies that we're talking about are American companies. Not all of big tech is American, but we certainly led the way. These companies are very successful. They're very big. They're very powerful. They're really no longer companies, they're countries. And they're going to oppose any of this type legislation. It's why virtually nothing with respect to big tech has passed in the last 5 years. I want to be fair. I think that social media has made our world smaller, which is a good thing, but it has made our world coarser.
Or as Kennedy put it, social media has lowered the cost of being an a-hole. Hard to argue with that. But Kennedy's real worry? The mental health freefall among Gen Z, especially teenage girls. Kids live online, chasing likes, ducking trolls, and getting hammered by highlight reels that tell them they're never enough. Real friendships, fading, resilience, getting replaced by anxiety and a craving for validation.
And if I had to name one fault, it wouldn't be the only one, but I would say that social media has lowered the cost of being an a-hole. People say things on social media that they would never say in an interpersonal exchange. Adults, even though it's depressing sometimes, can deal with that. It's hard for young people. We've talked about a number of problems that are presented by social media: data, privacy, sexual exploitation, but also mental health, and the impact that I think it's clearly having on particularly young women in the Gen Z generation, 10 or 11 to 25 and 26. They're living their lives on social media, and they're not developing interpersonal relationships. It's making them very fragile. It's reaffirming this culture of victimhood. They're not getting ready for the world.
So, Kennedy put his foot down. He asked the witnesses, straight up, should kids under 16 be banned from social media? Did anyone give a clear yes? Nope. Some said we need better safeguards. Others blamed parents. One even suggested a mandatory safety video before kids get a phone, as if that would solve it. Nobody wanted to cross big tech. They all agreed kids face dangers, predators, addiction, manipulation. Yet nobody would draw a hard line. One witness tried comparing social media to cars, saying we just need better seatbelts and regulations.
So let me cut to the chase. I'll start with am I saying it right, Golan? Dolan, I apologize. For young people, defined as people under the age of 16, should we just abolish social media for them? Don't let them access it?
You know, things are so serious that
Give me some quick answers, because I'm going to go down the line.
we should consider all options, but I think we should focus. It makes more sense to focus on a duty of care and changing how these platforms operate. Practically keeping kids off under 16 may be impossible. And I would also say it's not just social media. A lot of these things happen on video game platforms as well.
You think it'll really be easy to change the attitudes of these social media companies?
If you create a duty of care and you limit the data that they can collect.
Right. I think they have a duty to care already. What about you, Doctor?
I think we desperately need to educate parents.
I know we need to educate, but should we just tell kids, look, it's a lot like alcohol. This stuff is addictive, and until you're 16, you can't access social media.
There are benefits that also come from social media, and I don't know whether it's realistic to keep kids off of it completely. I think practicing moderation with close parental supervision, with substantial education coming from the school.
Here's a news flash for you. A lot of parents don't care, Doctor. Mr. Mazzaro?
Yep, Senator. Basically, there should be something. If I bought a phone tomorrow, there should be at the very least, a terms of agreement. I can't even access that phone until I go through a 3-minute or 5-minute video.
Okay.
But Kennedy shot back. What about the kids getting hurt right now? No answers. Just more dodging. Here's the truth. Big tech won't change on its own. Experts are scared to say ban, and right now, Kids are paying the price.
Mr. Delaney?
An acknowledgement that when you build a tool that allows adults and children to communicate with one another or find connections, that there is a duty of care to ensure that you're creating a safe environment for those kids.
Well, I think there's clearly a duty of care. The issue is how to enforce a duty of care. Go try to pass a bill enforcing that duty of care in the United States Congress and see what the reaction from big tech is.
Absolutely. And creating these tools, recognizing that these incidents are going to happen and finding ways that children
Would
can
you
report
support
them.
a law that says, okay, if you're under 16, you can't access social media?
I think will be difficult. There are positive things about social media, but there are many, many terrible things that kids are finding themselves in bad shape.
If it were, you say it would be hard. I know it would be hard. You think it's a wise thing to do?
I believe if the tools are designed properly, there could be benefits.
Okay. I don't have my glasses on. Yes, ma'am. Your answer, please.
Yes, Senator. I have not spent a lot of time thinking about specifically the right age to enter because I do not think that it addresses the fundamental question we must answer: how to create online spaces that are safer when kids decide to enter. Because I can tell you that these
Is that a no?
Is that sorry, Senator?
Do you think we should prevent kids under the age of 16 from accessing social media?
I think that we should spend more time looking at how to make those platforms safer because kids will circumnavigate age
Yes, ma'am.
restrictions.
And I agree with Ms. Lemke as well. I think that safeguards is the way to go. If we look historically at the automobile industry, it was not safe, but we brought in seatbelts, airbags, and now it is much safer. And we can do that with this industry.
Okay, thank you.
So, what do you think? Should kids under 16 be banned from social media? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more real talk from Capitol conservatives, hit subscribe. This debate is just getting